set of strategic information for the organization to use. This information is used in the next step, analyzing and reporting. Systematic analysis of performance data and trends within and across different levels of care will help us understand the why, the how, and the what's next behind the data. By analyzing individual data sets, we can understand its context better, and by analyzing data across the organization, it can help us identify links and keep the various aspects of our work from being viewed in silos. This year, Ubora has a more systematic analysis process in place, with two main analysis reports. The first one is the mid-year analysis report, which will include information from the first 6 months of the fiscal year and be used as input into next year's CARE USA annual operating plan and budget allocation. The second report is the year-end analysis report, which will highlight key achievements and identify areas of innovation and best practices for knowledge sharing and for recognition. So twice a year, Ubora will pull together the key information and analysis emerging from country offices, regional management units, and U.S. divisions. What will this tell us about CARE's performance? It will present an overview of 5 key performance areas. Impact. To what extent is our work achieving our desired impact? Programming. To what extent do we have the quality programs in place? Program support. To what extent do we have quality program support in place? Resources. Do we have the right resources, human, financial, technological, in place to do our work? And finally, internal and external perspectives. What do internal and external perspectives tell us about the quality of our work? Getting back to the Ubora performance cycle, the next step is the review process. The review process is key to making sure that the findings from the analysis are brought to staff so that decisions can be made based on this information. At the global level, senior leadership will meet in March to discuss the findings from the mid-year analysis report, and again in September to discuss the year-end analysis report. CEOs, RMUs, and U.S. divisions should incorporate Ubora data and analysis into existing review processes, such as senior management or regional leadership team meetings, AOP processes, or strategic planning exercises. The next step in the cycle is action. All staff, no matter what your position, are responsible for using emerging information for learning and taking action to improve. Additionally, senior management can use Ubora information for evidence-based decision-making. In particular, it can help us become more strategic in our planning and budgeting decisions, as well as promote knowledge sharing. Finally, throughout the year, Ubora will help promote accountability by monitoring our work, learning by drawing on our areas of strength and improving areas of weakness, and recognition by identifying where progress is being made and where knowledge is shared. So we have talked about what Ubora is used, what it is and how it is used, but before we end this opening session, I want to talk briefly about what Ubora measures. What is the information that it pulls together for the organization to analyze and use? Ubora measures performance in 4 interrelated components that need to be looked at together to assess the overall quality of our work. Impact, program support, and resources. Take a look at this diagram. The resources that we have in place provide the base of the triangle. And when I say resources, I mean human, financial, and technological resources. Without these key resources, we would be unable to do our work. The top of the triangle is impact. Unlike a for-profit business, where profit is the ultimate measure of success, impact is CARE's bottom line. What CARE does to contribute to create long-term, sustainable change in the lives of people in poor communities. Be sure to check out Sarah's session later today, where she will talk more about impact and the new processes in place to start measuring it. The programs that we implement and the functions that support our programming, what we call program support, are both key to ensuring overall program quality and helping us to achieve the impact we desire. For a program, Ubora will help us measure how well we are designing and implementing our programs and how well we are prepared for and respond to emergencies. Additionally, Ubora will help to measure progress made in advocacy with the program approach and with signature programs. All of this together will help inform the organization about programming and lead to better decision making, knowledge sharing, and improvement. Sarah will also talk more about assessing the quality of our programs in her later session. For program support, Ubora will capture data focusing on the efficiency and application of policies, procedures, and systems at the country office. A working group led by Deputy Regional Directors of Program Support is testing a program support assessment tool in the first half of the year and will fully implement it in the second half. Through this assessment and other tools, we will be able to identify areas where program support functions are working effectively and where improvement is needed. Earlier, I mentioned that human, financial, and technical resources provide the base for our work. Ubora will report on several areas to help us evaluate our performance in managing these resources, including our fundraising and spending, the quality of financial management, gender, equity, and diversity, staff turnover, talent management, and IT support. So, as you can see, Ubora is bringing key cross-divisional, multi-level information together and facilitating conversations about how well we are doing our work, if we have the right resources in place, and to what extent are we achieving our desired impact. Ubora will eventually enable all staff to have a global and local picture of our impact and performance, making care more strategic and better positioned to affect change in the lives of people in poor communities. Thank you. Be sure to check out the conference schedule at the end of this meeting to see when the next session is. Thanks again.